So hi, good evening everyone. I am Sumit Bhatnagar. I take care of the solution consulting for India market, and the topic of the discussion from my side is excellent digital with digital transformation for banking and insurance. Uh, just a quick brief on what the agenda, what is stored for next 15 minutes. A quick, crisp 15 minutes. Probably try to uh, help you understand where Newgen is altogether right now in the digital transformation journey, as well as how we are helping our partners in banks, insurance, and NBFCs platform in not only doing their, I would say, automating their front office, middle office, and back office customer journeys, but also, improving their customer experience, operational efficiency, and in fact, doing a lot of product innovation at their end, making them really independent altogether. So that's on some of the brief which I'll be covering. So just a brief on the Newgens. A lot of people, I'm meeting a lot of my old friends, some of the new folks who are pretty much new to Newgen. We are a 31-year-old organization. We are on to 74 countries altogether, almost 4,000 odd folks which are working. We are listed on BSE, NSE. We are a proud product company, Make in India company out of India, which has more than a market cap of 1 billion rupees, which we have, and we have a CAGR of 20%. 70%, 4% of revenue comes from our FSI sector. And needless to say, we are here for long, and it is getting rated in the leading industry analysts like Gartner and Forresters of the globe across for the low-code automation platform, not only just the ECM and the customer communication management journey, but the low-code part, which is the theme of today's my presentation. And why low-code? I'll just delve deep slightly into the history, just a small story to talk about. So if we go back, up to 2010 onwards, the banks, insurance companies, NBFCs of the world were actually deploying their own, IT teams, developing a point solution for their specific organizations, for their lending, or for new business acquisition, or for servicing their customers. And then there came a scenario where the change management became pretty much very difficult. It was too rigid in nature. Then there came the scenario of having the package solution, COTS, core banking solution, policy administration systems. But now if we go through it, there is those low-code automation platform is the next gen wave. And that's what Gartner has been talking about. Just to give a small stats here, there are almost 70% of application development by 2025 are going to be done on the low-code application platform. And every organization, more or less, will have not only one, but in fact more than one LCAP platforms. And with that thought process in mind, Newgen is into this low-code automation platform sector for, as I say, more than 3 decades as we speak. It has the different components, first related to the development platform to create end-user portal interface, mobile interface, or back office interfaces for your ops team. There is the very robust business rules management engine, which caters to creating all the credit underwriting histories, escalation matrices, etc. And then what Newgen's flagship product, which we started our journeys 30 years back on the content management framework, which is what a lot of people still talk about on the ECM platform. It not only stores and archives, regular customer documents, but also social media content, video content, etc. Finally, on the integration platform, it integrates with the different PaaS, core banking solutions. So there's strong, robust integration layer. And finally, the data science and AI platform. None of the conversations across right now will be fulfilled if we don't talk about AI. So AI, what is AI? We'll probably talk about more later, but AI itself has got multiple facets. One is just creating on the data models based on the customer data. You're trying to churn out different models for engagement, for your acquisition or retention models. But also these days, the advent of AI, the Gen AI, how Gen AI can be used for your back-end ops folks to improve their productivity, to have a baseline content already ready in front of them so that they can progress it further, right? So it's a huge productivity improvement platform which we are coming up with. And with that, I'll just talk about how these are being utilized in the banking parlance. So what you see on the top is the front end, the front office automation layer, where you have branch, web portal, mobility. The customers are engaging with you with these channels, which is the front office, which you are enabling all those channels from there. You are getting the customer information, whether it is loan or your digital onboarding part. And all this get ingested utilizing the solution accelerators which Newgen has built with the help of our banking and NBFC's partners, utilizing the domain knowledge while encapsulating, creating a 70% ready-to-use solution accelerators for loan origination, loan management, collections, digital account opening, trade finance, end-to-end trade finance automation, payment hubs for international and domestic remittances, collections management application including the mobile app, reposition, and legal frameworks. And lastly, which is service request management, both from the asset and liability side, engaging the customers for their service requests. This is built on this low-code automation platform, and why it is 70% ready to use, and there are 30% there will be this configuration layer, which includes your end user interfaces, workflows, business rules management, masters, product masters, the dashboards, and finally the document in the ECM engine. There are a lot of customer communication which goes back and forth through your email, SMS, and WhatsApp these days, and your print channel. We have created a complete communication hub alongside with it, so that rather than sending it through different channels, it goes through seamlessly through one customer communication hub. Finally is on the integration layer, which leverages your existing investments on the core banking and integrates with them rather than creating duplication of data across. That's about the solution accelerators. And slightly more deeper, what we are talking about. So when I mentioned LOS or a lending, it is not only just for consumer side, the personal side of the business, but also on the corporate and the wholesale banking. Then collections again, not only from the retail side of the business, but on the corporate side collections also, the solution accelerators. Digital onboarding for your term deposit, CASA, corporate account opening platform, right from the portal side of the back office business. Payments and settlements, trade finance. Newgen has the only, and I'm proud to say, it is the only organization which has come up with the low-code way of doing trade finance automation. It's a SWIFT certified solution. So you get all the basic checks already in place, and it covers all the different product lines for your LC, BG issuance. It provides a portal framework for your end customers, for your corporates to initiate an LC right on the portal side and then do the back office processing. Similarly for service request management and all. So these are as I mentioned, these are some of the ancillary processes also regarding the HR, hire to retire processes. These are built on our low-code platform. And once I was referring in the previous slide deck on the integration framework, so it comes with the inbuilt integration framework across different kinds which can be used, whether it is digital onboarding or your loan onboarding, loan originations, whether it's KYC or KYC non-individual, bureau checks, multi-bureau checks are required, due diligence. What we have done for one of the organizations we are doing for agri-loans business, we have integrated with the satellite information, getting the information from the satellite and finding out the land record, the crop pattern, and sending it for agri-loans business. So that's a very marquee activity which we are doing for a very, very large public sector bank. Finally, is on the different partners. So we not only we do partner with a lot of other financial ecosystem players across, so that it provides a seamless and end-to-end journey for our end customers. Similar to the banking, Newgen has come up with the insurance solution journeys. We don't call it customer accelerators or other solution accelerators, customer journeys. Because when you talk about customer journeys, we are focusing probably in the insurance industry. Earlier, it was more product specific or product oriented journeys which were created for HI, LI, or GI business. But these days, we should focus to acquire more customers, right? And to increase the business with all the regulations and checks in place. We are focusing more on the customer journeys. What are those customer journeys all about? They are customer journeys for your buying journeys, new business acquisition, your claims journey, right from the time the customer submits the claim for a health insurance along with the medical reports, how they are getting processed at the back end. complete OCRing of the data, or servicing as well for those insurance organizations. And similar to that, we have built these are separate solution accelerators I just want to touch base on. As an organization, we have built, again, these are 70% ready to use solution accelerators for retail, life and health, property and casualty, bank assurance, as a channel, group life health insurance, commercial, specialty insurance, and SRM. And similar to what we had mentioned, banking, this is built on a low code. It can be readily used. Change management is pretty fast, and utilizing the underlying repository of core, or a PaaS solution altogether. Just a brief on that, whether it is on the new business automation, underwriting, claims, servicing, or for a commercial or specialty insurance or agency onboarding or broker management solutions. These are again ready to use solutions, whether it's agent onboarding or their verification, welcome kit generation. What recently we have observed in the industry from especially the insurance, there's a lot of use case regarding the renewal journeys for the customer. Now scenarios is that as a customer, I'm getting a lot of emails, SMS, WhatsApp messages, and I'm being bombarded with those messages, even though I may have selected, say, WhatsApp as my preferred mode of communication. And all these channels of engagement are separate or disparate in nature going ahead, whether it is going for T-30, 60, and 90 days, you're still sending those communication, even though after that I have bought a policy. So can we create a conversation hub for the end customer so that while based on the customer's preferred channel of engagement, say a WhatsApp, you are able to communicate only through that rather than additional set of engagements. So wherein you are sending millions of communication through email, SMSs on a yearly basis, how that can be reduced and have a more hyper-personalized conversation back with the customer utilizing the AI component. So what we are doing a lot on this insurance journeys, I'd like to talk about that as well. Finally, as I mentioned, none of the discussions get complete if we don't talk about AI. And where exactly AI is, we do so much of buzzwords, so much of confusion, AI, ML, deep learning, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, a lot of jargons are being thrown to you. But what exactly are the use cases? I think that is more important. So starting with the business use case and then figuring out what particular AI I need to use. So we have come up, so with that, I'll just talk about a certain user customer journeys. Why? So let's talk about some business problem. So for example, there are 3 sets of individuals you have, say David, Arvinda, and Sneha. All 3 are different ways of working. David is a morning person, highly tech savvy, and he or she has got a higher wallet share I need to tap on. Because it has got accounts already with me, home loan is already with me, and there's a life insurance, probably I can pitch something more, Aravinda may be just a mid-morning person or evening person, and is a traditional person. He starts with a savings account, life insurance, probably based on his credit card spending, we can just suggest from standard credit card to a premium credit card or metal credit card. And finally, Sneha, who has just entered the job market, she's a new professional, and it's currently having a low value transaction, but there's a huge potential for it to grow going ahead, and I need to tap in top of it. So basically if you see from the end customer, there are 3 different set of customers right now, all have different needs, but I am sending them standardized, either it's communication or my products, whatever my branding has been always similar to them. So can we have some hyper-personalized banking to create certain AI models around it, whether it is based on for their acquisition, retention, and the engagement models, depending on their spending behavior, based on their status, based on their churn score, finding out even while you're offering them a home loan, what kind of a PD rate or probability or default rate might be coming up going further. And finally, during the engagement stage, how I can incrementally increase the wallet share while the customer is engaged with me, which I explained earlier, that progressively giving them the set of cross-sell, upsell options based on their past spending and their engagement and their age and different parameters which you can have gathered and created. So these are some of the out-of-the-box AI model which we typically help in increasing the revenues for the organizations and increasing the customer base, and as well as retention, which is the most critical part. Similar to that, there are certain insurance AI models. While offering a customer a new insurance policy, what is the mortality risk, which you are finding it out. For a health insurance, based on the medical reports, etc., and the past data, what is the morbidity prediction for that customer coming in. For a motor insurance, the biggest problem is because it is so highly commoditized, a person moves from one insurance company to another insurance company. Can I proactively identify that these are the set of customers which have a propensity to not renew and probably go into a different customer altogether and have a better policy renewal model? So these are some of the out-of-the-box model which we come up with, and there are more. And as I mentioned, this is based on a platform approach. So as mentioned, Newgen is a platform. It's a framework-based driven company organization in which just on the tenet of creating a low-code automation platform, a low-code data science platform, so that instead of based on our experience, about 2 to 3 weeks of trading, any individual can start creating these different AI models rather than having a huge dependency on a data scientist going ahead, right? Finally, the Gen AI part, where we are heading into. So, as a tech organization, we have been quick to adopt and pass on this benefit of having a Gen AI capability inbuilt into all these platforms across the lines of business. What are some of the use cases? I'll just have 2 or 3 readily showing it to you, and then probably have a further discussion at the booth. So something like summarization or the underwriting summary, the proposal summary, the loan summary itself can be utilized from here. Or creating a personalized content, just look at the GIF. So I am at a collections guy, or I am at the insurance, I am sending those renewal letters. So what kind of tonality of that particular letter should be? It has to be crisp, it's a professional, polite, etc. And Gen AI will then generate back to me the specific letter. It acts as a baseline for me going further to create any modification from there. So that's another way of looking at it. And one of the content translations as one of the use cases which we are working with some of the organizations. Right. Finally, just a snapshot of the organizations with which we have been working with. Max Life, another 15. So a lot of those organizations are working with us for more than 15 odd years, and that shows a lot of trust which they have shown to us, and we have been constantly reworking with them, say for Max Life, for their complete underwriting, new business acquisition, and a claims automation process. Whether it is for SBI General Insurance, we have created the entire communication hub for more than 19 million communications are being sent across utilizing this platform. Or for digital lending, in SBI, we are currently doing the entire agri loans business, as I mentioned, whether it is prawn farming, fisheries, tractor loans, etc., are being automated for the 22,000 odd branches across India for 25,000+ users. Or for trade finance, entire trade finance factory is running on the Newgen platform for the bank guarantee issuance, LC issuance, etc. Right? I would more than happy to discuss on these points on an offline mode. Yeah, so with that, thank you so much for ET for giving me a platform to help understand what we do and take it from here. Thank you.